Hey guys, so this is going to be an interesting night to say the least. To say the least. Anyways, so we are it's the Celtic Rain Radio Show, and we're going to have an amazing night. Give me 2 seconds. I literally dropped something and I need to get it. So I'm right here. I promise I'm right here. Anyways, I'm making all sorts of big bangy noises. Well, we are doing the Celtic Rain Radio Show tonight, and I was supposed to have Greenlee on, which is a Celtic artist, but they couldn't be here tonight because they're sick. Literally found out about an hour ago, so that's not exactly enough time to get another artist in. So we're still going to focus in on their music a little bit, have them have a few extra songs that we normally wouldn't have. Normally I only play one song per artist unless they're the focused artist. And since Greenlee can't be here tonight, you guys get to interview me. I've done this once before and it went really well. So every once in a while, if we have an artist that just can't show up, and this one, they were like, well, yeah, I'm so excited about tonight. I'm just not feeling well. My sinuses are driving me crazy. And then I got a message about an hour ago saying, I have 102 fever and I just can't do this. So needless to say, hello. So needless to say that we are going to do it a little different tonight. You're still going to get music. Still going to get a bunch of beautiful music. But during the interview portions, you guys get to interview me. So this is the Celtic Rain Radio Show. The Celtic Rain Radio Show is here for you guys. We are on YouTube, so if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe and know exactly when we're coming on. You guys can go on there and ask questions and say hi and all sorts of great jazz. But you can go to www.youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky, and you will be able to be a part of the show. And that's how you ask me questions, is you guys go on there, ask questions, they'll go up on the screen, I'll put them up there, and you guys can do that. And we are going to have amazing music. If you are a small label or independent artist and your music is family friendly, meaning that it's not, like just don't be mean, right? Don't put down people, don't put down people groups, don't put down religions, just don't be mean. And no cursing. Then you can send your music to celticrain777@gmail.com. You can send your MP3s over there and be able to have an amazing time putting out your music. I'm here to promote you. I'm here to push good, independent, and small label music forward. That's what this whole show is about. So this is the Celtic Rain Radio Show, and I'm really excited. So we have some great music to start us out tonight. You guys ready to hear about this? Okay, first, we're going to listen to Don't Panic by Darwin's Prophet. And then we're going to listen to Shelter by Celtic Rain. This is one of the ones that I wrote, so I'm kind of excited about this. And then we're going to listen to Life Will Go On by Shane Hose. So we're still going to play amazing music tonight. Yes, the artist that was going to be here with us can't be here because they are sick. But, still doesn't matter because we can still have a good time. And so what we're going to do is you guys are going to interview me. And so get your questions ready while we're listening to this first set of beautiful music. You guys ready? Here we go.
The infinity that's right under your nose. You boldly go where no man's ever thought to go. The captain
shelter under your wings, oh God. Protect me from everything. Laying under your wings, oh God, in your healing. As I change from glory to glory, hold me in your arms. As I stand in your presence, cover me with your strong hands. In your peaceful presence I am wrapped in you, overwhelmed by your grace. Lying under your healing wings, as I blossom in your ways. As I change from glory to glory, hold me in your arms. As I stand in your presence, cover me with your strong hands. So take me, God, and mold me. Show me your ways and hold me. Know me more every day as I hide under your ways. Let me not step away without being changed. So take me, God, and mold me. Show me your ways and hold me. Know me more every day as I hide under your ways. Let me not step away without being changed. In your peaceful presence I am wrapped in you, overwhelmed by your grace. Lying under your healing wings, as I blossom in your ways. As I change from glory to glory, hold me in your arms. As I stand in your presence, cover me with your strong hands. So take me, God, and mold me. Show me your ways and hold me. Know me more every day as I hide under your ways. Let me not step away without being changed. So take me, God, and mold me. Show me your ways and hold me. Know me more every day as I hide under your ways. Let me not step away without being changed. without being changed. Wrap me in your cocoon, oh Lord. Transform me every day. Break me out and spread my wings. Teach me in your ways.
That life is too short to spend on regrets. That we can keep calm and carry on. There is no reason to be afraid. Tomorrow always comes, time after time. Life will go on. Life will go on. Life will go on. I know that things won't always be the same. That there is a way for things to change. We're not gonna live forever. Tomorrow, we can learn our lesson and move on. Life will go 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 on.
That is very true. Life will go on. I think in the middle of this craziness right now, we need to remember that more than anything, right? Life will go on. COVID may come and go, but life will go on. So you guys, I know. So the guest I was supposed to have tonight is sick. Yeah, so thought it was a sinus infection, and then was like literally an hour ago was like, so I have a 102 fever and not gonna be able to do this. I was like, totally understood. Of course, we'll just have them on later. Sorry, I literally have more than my eyeball in my eye, and it's driving me crazy. Anyways, so you guys, this is literally hilarious to me. You guys don't have to look if you don't want to while I'm dealing with my eyeball. Get to interview me. So you guys get to interview me. You guys ready? Okay, so you guys go ahead and get your questions ready for me. It's time. Now it's time for you guys to ask me questions. So ask me questions. Q-U-E-S-T. What is Q-U-E-S-T-I-O-N-S. And there you are. Sometimes I have to say things to myself out loud, and then, it happens. But ask me a question. So I do have one question that was asked actually while we were doing this. This is from Miss Natalie. What is the story of the Celtic Rain radio show? What inspired you to do this in the first place? All right, so great question. Well, I, for about 5 years, wanted to start the Celtic Rain radio show. Wanted to start a radio show. Actually, I thought about starting a radio station. And I was like, I think I'm biting off more than I can chew, frankly. Because I was like, I want a radio station that plays all small label and independent artists. Well, I'm working towards that. Okay, so that's going to come. But I started with this instead because I thought, okay, well, let's start smaller and then grow from there. So right now, I'm at the place where I've got this show, and I started it a year ago in February. So our anniversary is coming up, and we're going to have an anniversary show where we have several of the artists that I have had on throughout the last year come back and just have a party with us. It's going to be a party day. It's the second Tuesday in February. We're going to celebrate that because that would be our 1 year anniversary, 1 year birthday. So, so I started it because, frankly, we're small label and independent artists, and to get your music on the radio, you literally have to have money. You have to pay. And it's one of those things that is really aggravating. So you put your stuff, you literally buy spots in these like pools, music pools. So you put your stuff into these big music pools, and radio stations go and they sift through and they go, oh, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one. So you pay a fee to put your music in there. And then they pay a fee to take your music out of there. So, dude, that middleman is making some money. I mean, money. And I thought, well, okay, wait a second. What if I start this show and it was lockdown, man? I finally was not busy, which never happens, by the way. And so I was like, okay, well, I can do this now. So I started the show, and I just started asking. Right before I started asking for music from people. Now, I did this once before. I did this a year. I did this 2 years ago, and nobody answered. And I think it's because it was lockdown hadn't happened, COVID hadn't happened, none of it had happened, and people were busy, and they weren't even thinking. Well, in the middle of lockdown, people were thinking. And I asked for music, and it just blew up. And I thought, okay, it's time. So I started the show, and I've learned so much. I was editing the older versions of the show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have learned so much about how to do this and to do it well. And I can't imagine what it's going to be like another year from now. I'll have even more things that I've learned, but I have gotten so much music over this past year that it's really exciting to see all of your music. And I thought, okay, well, now we at least have one place once a week that can play independent and small label artist music, right? And so the Celtic Rain radio show was started just for that reason. So yeah, so needless to say, if you guys have music, obviously, you can send it to celticrain777@gmail.com. Just some MP3s. And yeah, that's how it works. If you're a small label or independent artist and your music is family friendly, dude, all genres. I'm playing everything. So yes, that was a great question. Anybody else got a question for me? I'm just saying, right now is the time to ask your questions, babies. Ask your questions. So while I'm waiting for questions, I will say this. I have been in music a long time. When I was just a little one, I mean, I was like, oh gosh, I've been singing since I was like 3. Since I could open my mouth, I've been singing. And my dad had a church, and I would just get up there and sing. In fact, my first real solo in front of people was I Am a Promise with literally the record. So my mom put the record on, and then I sang with the record. It was crazy hilarious. It was so funny. And then I went from there, and I was in groups called I was in a group called Children Around the World. I was in a group called oh gosh, I've been in so many different groups, performing wise through my whole childhood. From there, I went. I performed all the way in about 6 different groups that performed all over Central Florida, Epcot, Disney, all of that great jazz. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to look at my resume, because if you have a music resume, you put it all on there, right? Yeah, so mine starts like young with my music career, but I always was in ministry with my parents, so that I traveled all over the place with them. Oh, I have another question from Natalie. Natalie's just going to interview me tonight. What do you have in the works musically for the future in addition to the radio show? Good question, Natalie. So we're working on an album right now called it's going to be called Legacy. Thank you, Rebekah. My brain just almost had a moment there. And so we're working on this album, writing it, getting things ready for it. And we're doing a lot of performing, which is amazing. Which is so great to be performing again. If you're a performer and you're not performing, it's just one of those things. We do have several groups that we're performing with that we have. So here in we have our Celtic Rain. So Celtic Rain's our big group. It's our big Celtic group. And we will be playing actually this Saturday at in Noblesville over at Primeval with that group. So you should come out and see us. It's a family situation. Bring the kids, bring whomever, and come out and see us from 7 until 10 at Primeval. This Saturday is when we will be there. But we have different groups. So our Celtic group is Celtic Rain. And you can find that at Facebook at Celtic Rain now. But we also have the Lute and the Lady, which is our Renaissance Fair group. And that one we do kind of, it's kind of a season for that because we do Renaissance Fairs. So it has to be warm outside because I love all of you people, but I don't like being cold. So I will be inside until it's warm outside again. But that is a really fun group because I get to play a character and Samuel gets to play a character. And so I'm a black widow who can't seem to kill her husband, and Samuel is an absent-minded musician who can't seem to die. It's a really fun, it's very Addams Family-ish. It's very love and dismemberment. We do a lot of Tom Lear songs. We also throw in a lot of Celtic stuff and do like lane work, which means you walk around the lanes and sing, and we're ambiance. And we play with the kids too. So like I have instruments that the kids get to play. It's really, really kind of cool. But yeah, so that's kind of that. And the works is we're writing this new album. It's taking a minute, as it does. So I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be out, but I wrote a song because there's been Burns nights. So I don't know if you knew Robert Burns. Robert Burns was a poet laureate of Scotland, years and years and years and years ago. And so Renaissance music, we do a lot of Robert Burns music for Renaissance music, but, he actually has a poem he wrote called A Mouse. And so I wrote a song about his poem, so about a mouse. And because if you do a lot of Burns dinners, then you do a lot of songs that are just for Burns dinners. And I wanted something that I could sing not just at a Burns dinner, but I could sing also in a regular concert. And so if you guys come Saturday night, what is wrong with me? Saturday night at Noblesville at Primeval, 7 to 10, you'll hear my version of A Mouse, which is called Run Little One. And it's really cute. I mean, it's really adorable. But needless to say, it was kind of funny because I wrote this song about this mouse, and then our dog and our cats totally caught a mouse. That poor little mouse. And that thing was totally murdered. I feel so bad for that poor little mouse. Anyways, all right, so there you go. There's that. But I know it's the way of nature. Our cats are really, really good mousers. So it is just what it is. I know, it's crazy. But if you go to facebook.com/Celtic Rain now, you'll find our Celtic Rain site. We also have our jazz and blues group, which is Gentle Rain. And you guys can actually go find that as well at where is that sticking thing? At Gentle Rain, Jazz and Blues, Facebook Gentle Rain Jazz and Blues. We're getting that group together more now. So like we've just put that group together. So we're finding gigs for that group. But we're also singing with OK Indie. And so there's several opportunities in February where you guys will actually be able to come out and see us. And a good portion of our concerts are free. So come and have fun. I will say there is one that takes donations, and so that's nice because one of the ones we're going to be doing in February takes donations because that's how they're paying us. But you can also go to The Lute and the Lady at Facebook and find that as well. So it's kind of interesting. We have all sorts of different musical situations happening. All sorts of musical situations. But I do want to tell you about the next music that you're going to hear. So Greenlee is it's a Celtic band, but they were going to be on tonight, but they couldn't because they were sick. So what I am going to do is I'm still going to show off their music because, sometimes things come up and frankly, they needed to have some time and I totally understand. So what we have next is we have Battle of the Celts music by Greenlee. And they have like a really long name. So it's up there when you see it. I just call him Greenlee. That's great. And then we're going to listen to New Orleans Going Down by Philadelphia Phil. And then we're going to listen to Like I Do by Adam Crabtree. So it's going to be some amazing music. And I want you guys to get your questions ready because I am going to be here doing the next interview and I want you guys to just be ready. Put them up there. Let's have a great time together. You guys ready to hear this wonderful music? Let's go.
wonder how bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Everybody's staring out to sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Rain like a wall rolling in from the sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. 100,000 people trying to get out of town. Better make it on up to higher ground. Levee don't hold, we all gonna drown. Rain came in and the rain came down. Got to wonder how bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Everybody's staring out to sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Rain like a wall rolling in from the sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Levee on the Long Lake Pontchartrain, bulging, strained in a pouring rain. Lake broke loose, water rose up, filled my city like a little tin cup. Got to wonder how bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Everybody's staring out to sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Rain like a wall rolling in from the sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Lord, oh Lord, can't believe my eyes. Enough to make a grown man cry. Won't somebody tell me why? Old folks, poor folks left to die. Got to wonder how bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Everybody staring out to sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Rain like a wall rolling in from the sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Come fire, come water, come judgment day. Good Lord willing, I'll be okay. Got no place else to go anyway. Got to wonder how bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Everybody's staring out to sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Rain like a wall rolling in from the sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. How bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Rain like a wall rolling in from the sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down. Everybody's staring out to sea. New Orleans gone down, New Orleans gone down.
I know you left me, and you had your reasons why, but I just can't bring myself to say goodbye. And I heard you found you another man, and I'm doing my best, baby, I really am, to understand. Was he the reason that you had to go? Can you please tell me this, 'cause I really need to know. Does he need you? Need you like I do? Does he need that love and touch when a long day's through? you told me I should move on. But how can I just let go when a part of me's gone? Just that thought, well, it pains me in my soul. Can you please tell me this? 'Cause I really need to know. Does he need you? Need you like I do? Does he need that love and touch when a long day's through? Does he need that tender kiss when you're lying in bed and you can't fall asleep feeling like a mess? Baby, does he need you? Baby, does he need you? Need you like I do?
Well, you guys, some great music, right? I know. This is the thing about this show, is that I get to play amazing music, and yeah, guys get to hear it. It's awesome. It just really, really is. I know. It's pretty awesome. I would say this: if you have music you want to send me, send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com. We have 3 more songs, and then you guys get to ask me questions. I already have some questions coming in, and I'm very excited about that. So get your questions ready. Go ahead and slip them in there. Go ahead and put them in the comments section, and this is how you guys get to be a part of the show. And so you can put your questions in there, and then I will answer them. But we got 3 more beautiful songs. I know. So let me just tell you, the next song's called Every Lullaby She Sings by Brian Henke. And then we have those last few minutes by Doug Fox. And then we have A Fond Kiss by Celtic Rain. That's my group. That's right. So we're going to have this beautiful, beautiful music. And then, well, then you get to ask me a question. So again, right now is the time. Get your questions in, put them in the comment section, and then I will be able to answer them. I know, it's one of those beautiful things. But you guys ready for some great music? Here we go.
She greets the morning before the sun. A single mother's work is never done. Her child is smiling, the reason why. Her mother's songs are there in her eyes. For every lullaby she sings, she's wearing angel fairy wings. For every lullaby she sings, she dreams of love. She dreams. The day he left her, she felt a fool. She wonders how it could be so cruel. She works so hard, does all she can. Some boys just never grow into a man. For every lullaby she sings, she's wearing angel fairy wings. She flies the heavens as she sings and dreams of love. She dreams. Her child is restless, her child is kind. What will the song she sings help them find? For every lullaby she sings, she's wearing angel fairy wings. She flies the heavens as she sings and dreams of love. She dreams of love. She dreams. She greets the morning before the sun. A single mother's work is never done.
fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, and then forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee.
Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met or never parted, we had never been broken hearted.
I'll ne'er blame my partial fancy, Nathan could resist my Nancy, but to see her was to love her, love but her and love forever.
Fare thee well, thou first and fairest. Fare thee well, thou best and dearest. Thine be the joy and treasure, ease and joy and love and pleasure. A fond kiss
And then we sever. A farewell, but lasts forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans.
I'll wage thee.
So, Robert Burns, that's by Celtic Rain, but it's a poem by Robert Burns that Samuel arranged in his own arrangement of A Fond Kiss. So that's Samuel's arrangement of A Fond Kiss. But we have been doing Burns nights like literally for like 2 weeks straight now, and I think I've sung that in the last 2 weeks like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. It's hilarious because, you know, it's a Burns night. So you're going to sing specific things. This is one of those things that everybody's like, yes! And I'm like, that only gets played really at Burns nights. So needless to say, happy birthday, Robert Burns. And a big shout out to his wife who literally raised all of his children from everybody in the world. So... yeah, she deserves a lot of credit there. Needless to say. So yeah, now you guys have been asking questions. So let me look at these questions really quickly. Okay, so David says, other than playing songs of faith you've written, how do you see your ministry and your music supporting each other? Well, I'm a musician and I'm a minister, and one does not negate the other, frankly. I learned a long time ago that if I was going to do one, I'd do both. It just is what it is. And I've been doing music ministry, well, since I was born, I feel like. But my music and my ministry go together because every song that I've written, at least, is a sermonette. I mean, it is what it is, right? It tells a story. It teaches something. Music is one of those things that you can put you can put your thoughts and your understandings to into words, and don't have to pontificate. You can literally just say what you're feeling and say it in a way that people will listen to it and it gets into their heart. And that's what music does. It's a beautiful thing. And so what I had to do though to deepen my writing was interesting, because in the beginning I was like any other writer. It's real shallow, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And I started, I was like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. And so I started taking scripture out of the Bible and just rewriting it in my own words. And I had to force myself to not write melody with words, and just write words and make them deep and make them understandable and make them singable, but deeper, where your heart sings when you hear the words, and then put them to music, because I was so used to just writing music, melody and words together. And because I can pump out a song in 20 minutes and it'll be great, but it's not going to be amazing, so, well, sometimes it is, but, and so I had to do that. And how they support each other is a lot of times, I'll go here and I'll be like, okay, let me think about this God in a way that shows more of my heart. And so a lot of times you'll have something that you're telling people that's a nugget of something beautiful that's there to touch their hearts. And you can say it in 3-4 different ways, but the moment that they listen to it in a song, it opens their heart in a way that you never could have done with a sermon. And so a lot of times I'll write a song along with my sermons, because it's just, it opens up their heart and gets them ready for what I'm about to say. It's beautiful. All right, so we have another question. Natalie, who are some of your personal favorite musical influences? Oh, gee. All of you. Actually, that's not untrue. I really do love you guys' music, and it really does influence me. So I would say this, but okay, I'm gonna get old school on you guys. If you know Christian old school music, you'll be about to get some old school on you. Okay, but I love, okay, of course, all the greats, but don't hate me for this, but I love Carmen. Okay, yes, the opera is amazing. I'm not talking about the opera. If you grew up in the church, in the charismatic church, when I was a kid, Carmen was the bomb, man. He would sing these songs and he was so expressive. He's this Italian man who did these wonderful concerts, and you could get him free, and frankly then he took up a love offering, and that's how he got paid. Like, you didn't pay to get in these concerts, and he would draw thousands of people in these huge concerts, huge productions, and he was amazing. He was I was so, okay, yeah, so understand that I grew up in a pastor's home, and my dad was a pastor, and we weren't allowed to listen to music that wasn't Christian when I was growing up. So a lot of my influences as a young child were, well, they were Christian music, but they were the Christian rock, because, my parents thought they were cool. And so we did a lot of Petra Praise. Do you guys remember Petra Praise? Yeah, man, I loved some Petra Praise. I was like, yeah, I'm hardcore. It's Petra Praise. And then Rebekah St. James, I'm telling you. Or Second Chapter of Acts. Do you guys remember Second Chapter of Acts? Okay, so because my dad had a church, a lot of these people came through. So we got to know a lot of them. And so they would stay at our house, and you'd get to know these musicians. And I sang since I was born. So, I would sing. They would say, oh, sing for me. And I would sing, and then they would bring me up with them, and I would sing with them at my dad's church. And it was really an interesting upbringing. It was really cool, because then I went out with my parents, and my dad would go preach somewhere, and I would sing. And so I was singing so much, so that was a big influence on my life. But then I love gospel music too. So the Winans, BB and CC Winan. Oh my gosh, CC Winan. Oh, her voice. I still to this day, I love her music. But then I really like edgy stuff too. So I tend to like, okay, so Dead Can Dance. Love Dead Can Dance. That was like, you know, I had gotten out of the church and I was, you know, being edgy in myself, and I'm just Dead Can Dance and Alanis Morissette and, you know, Tori Amos, and I was just like, yeah, you know. I thought I was a rebel. So not a rebel, but that, well, you know, maybe a little bit, but you know, there you go. It was really, so all that influence started coming in. And then when I started studying jazz, I'm telling you, I started listening to some jazz and okay, how does this fit in my voice? And, you know, where does this, and I love, I can't think of her name. What's wrong with me today? Anyways, there's some, I had to listen to how to scat and how to learn how to scat. And so the lady who was teaching me at the time, she said, well, get yourself some horn music, and I want you to listen to the horn music, and I want you to make the syllables that the horn makes, and then I want you to scat that. And that's how I learned how to scat, and it was that really influenced me a lot in the way that I do things. But for me, I have natural vibrato. So what I've had to do most of my life is teach myself how to take that vibrato out and put it back in when I want it. And make that sound pure so that it doesn't just get wobbly all over the place. And so I've had to really control that situation and learn the muscles inside your mouth and in your face that control all of those things, and in your throat that control all of those things. And yeah, those were probably the biggest influences on me. But yeah, I love big productions, but I also love listening to like the people that are just a guitar and a voice, and it's a beautiful situation. It's probably good that I do, because frankly, that would be really horrible if I didn't like just a guitar and a voice, because that's half my life right now. Just more than half. It's a good portion of my life. But I will say this: with my ministry, we also, this is something you guys might be interested in. So Indie Connection Church is my ministry, and we're actually going to start in person meeting once a month. It's an interfaith community, LGBTQ, poly-friendly, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to be, hopefully, I just sent in a thing. Hopefully we're going to be at the Unitarian Church up the road. And so I'll have lots more information to come. But it's going to be one Sunday a month at like 1 to 3. So we're going to have food and, you know, bring a dish and have fun having an interfaith experience together where we get to be together in faith. And so anyways, that's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I'll tell you guys more about that later. But we do have some more music, and I have one more time that you guys get to ask me questions. I got to stick a little ukulele here, driving me crazy. Anyway, so we do have some more music, though. So you guys ready? Get your questions ready for after the music. That way, you know, you guys can ask me more questions. So the next one we're going to listen to is called Streets of Valhalla by Greenlee. And then we have Songs from the Wood by El Troubadour. And then we have Roger and Out by Victor Sierra. So, yes, you guys, you know what to do. Listen to this beautiful music and get your questions ready.
you feel much better than you could know. Show me how it goes. Dusty down from tip to toe. Hold you steady as you go. Join the chorus if you can. It'll make of you an honest man. Let me bring you love from the fields. Poppies red and roses filled with summer rain. To heal the wound and still again. And let the returns again and again. As you drag down the green lover's lane. Love's celebrations here. I'll toast you all and bring you cheer. Let me bring you all things we find. Galleons and Lawson served in chilling ale. Greetings when my fellow hail. I am the wind to fill your sail. I am the cross to take your nail. A singer in these ageless times. Kitchen prose and bitter rhyme. Song from the book, making you feel much better. Song from the book, making you feel much better. Song from the book, making you feel much better. Song from the book, making you feel much better.
Water flows into prefab mines, ready to comply. Not so clear and not so fresh, like an eternal line. Sitting on his pinkish throne, the guru lectures the masses. Picks up an old trick from his hat. Come on, peeps, can you roger that? The state of the universe makes him sick as hell. But of all conflicts, wars and disputes, only one rings his bell. The whole world burns around this point, but none of this is real. Save the suspect to hear answer about. Come on, it's confirm Roger and out. are more honorable and worth the revolution. And some are beloved as victims and just allowed to die. That's the schmuck's philosophy. Come on, peeps, can you roger that? You've been seeking the culprit all along your life. You are your worst enemy, and you better feel the strife. Did you ever think of some therapy? Sometimes it can help. You ain't got any credibility. Come on, peeps, confirm Roger and out.
I say this every time. Love their music. Love it. I know. It's just crazy awesome. Crazy awesome. Well, okay. So now it's time. It's the last segment that you guys get to ask me questions. And I do have a question. Let's see. Here, hold on. I gotta get there. Anyways, here we go. And this is a pretty good question. It's a really good one. David asks, tell us about your songwriting process. Does it start with lyrics? And any idea you want to write about? Does the music come first? Okay, so tell us about your music. For me, the melody sometimes comes first. But normally, because I write words and melody together normally. But now, it used to be, again, I said this before, but it used to be words and melody came together every single time. Now, sometimes just the words come, and then I'll put a melody to it. And then I hand it to Samuel. No lie. And I say, do your thing. And he puts all of the, all the guitar stuff, all the stuff that makes it, accompaniment. He does all the accompaniment stuff. So it's kind of one of those things. I can do the accompaniment as well, but it's not going to be as good because I do this with my guitar and he does this. So, and so it's like, okay, yeah, I'm a true believer that you do what you do well and do it well, and then let other people who do things well enhance what you do. I love collaboration. So a lot of times I'll be like, okay, here's the song. Now you play the piano, make it better. You do you, make it great. Put your 2 cents in. Let me see what you got. And then I'll listen. And a lot of times I'll be like, I don't like that chord, or yeah, I love that lick, or, and so it's a process for me with other people. That tends to be it. What do I want to write about? Oh gosh, geez. Well, things hit me in the moment sometimes. So sometimes I'll be like listening to something and I'm like, oh my gosh, that would make such a great song. Or, oh wow, that idea. Right now, because we're in the middle of writing this Legacy album, I'm thinking about the legacy of who we are and where we come from, who I am and where I come from. And so I've been really thinking about my heritage and being able to really put that into words instead of for so long. Now, understand, my grandmother's actually from Great Britain and came over after marrying my grandfather. So needless to say, I have a lot of Welsh and a lot of Irish in me. And then that's my mom's side. And then English, Irish, English, Welsh. All those, right there. That's my mom's side. My dad's side, though, his father's very English, but his mother is Native American and English. And so I have that piece. that I have explored here and there, but not musically, and I wanted to do that for so long. So there's a song I wrote called "The Land Remembers All" that, frankly, I need to get on. And I actually got this. Where'd it go? Actually, okay. So I bought this. I know I gotta learn how to play a stupid thing. But I bought it in pieces because it was cheaper. These things are expensive. So I got the one that they're like, yeah, you can put it together yourself, and it's $20, $25. It's like $27.95, something like that. Anyways, and so I got it. It smells so good. And I looked at this package, and I was like, there's no freaking way I'm gonna be able to put this thing together. Thank God our Piper is a woodworker, because he took the pieces of this, which did not look like this, by the way, and he totally put it together for me. It was so awesome. He had to sand it and drill. He didn't have to drill the holes, but he had to sand. It was just amazing. I love our Piper so much. But in The Land Remembers All, there's a part that I want to. There's a lullaby in the beginning, and I'm gonna sing. It's a Cherokee lullaby. And I'm going to sing it in the beginning and play this. Maybe. I'm so scared about this. I like to challenge myself, but this is a little bit more of a challenge than I'm not sure if I think I might have bit more than I can chew, but that's okay. And so I want to do this, though. This is going to happen. Might not be great for a long time, but it's going to be okay. And so I'm going to get this, and I'm going to put it into The Land Remembers All. I'm so excited about that. So, needless to say, that's one of the things I really need to work on is that song. Because what I've learned is that, especially with an album, you got all these songs, right? And you're putting all these songs on an album. But really, because we perform out so much, the best thing to do is to get your music out there. Try it in front of people. And see if it's where you need to work the kinks out. Okay, that didn't work there. I'm going to change that just a little bit. And by the time you record it and put it on an album and sell it, it's not completely different, but there's some major changes a lot of times. Especially since you can see if it works. You can see what works. This year was the first year as well that I wrote love songs, baby making songs. I've never done that before. I've always written something that's spiritual and has a lot of emotion and, that kind of stuff. And man, this was the first time I've written 3 of them now. And it was really fun. It was just really fun to write just music that's just about having fun and being stupid. And I've never done that before. I've always I've written things that are deep and interesting or touches your heart, moves your soul. And I didn't this time. I just had fun, and it was so ridiculous. That was a lot of fun. But I digress. There are some really cool things that are coming up, and I wanted to tell you guys about them. So let me get my calendar out here. There's some great things happening in February, but also for everybody that wants to know, where can you find our music? You can find it at our there's our Reverb Nation page. You can just go to reverbnation.com/Celtic Rain. And you can find that there. You can find us on Spotify. We're on Spotify, which is pretty awesome. But we have concerts coming up, so it's pretty cool. We're going to be playing at Primeval in Noblesville this Saturday at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., the 29th, 7 to 10 p.m. in Noblesville, Indiana, at Primeval. Okay, then in February's going to be some really stuff. So you guys who are out in the... it's in Ohio. Ohio people, we're coming to you. I know. So we're going to be at the Dingle House Irish Pub. Dude, I did not make this up. It really is Dingle House. It's like Dingleberry, but it's not. Okay, I'm so sorry. It just happens. But we're going to be at the Dingle House Irish Pub on the 5th of February from 7 until 10. So come out and see us at the Dingle House. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's in Chestertown Center Road at Westchester Township in Ohio. So come and have fun with us. And then we are going to be, me and Samuel are going to be playing music with OK Indie on the 12th of February. Oh, goodness gracious, the cat just knocked something over. The 12th of February at OK Indie, we're going to be at Mr. Tequila's Cantina and Grill in Indianapolis. And so come see us there. It's going to be from 6 until 9 at Mr. Tequila's Cantina and Grill. So we were playing with a group called OK Indie. They do a lot of jazz and like Spanish music, and I'm going to be singing with them and doing a few songs with them. It's going to be a lot of fun. Samuel plays with them. It's a great group. And then, I'm telling you, February's just all over the place. And then we are going to be, what is that? Oh, no. And then we're going to be at Primeval again. Okay, no, wait. We have there it is. Hello, Rebekah. Then we're going to be at, there's a thing called the Playground Productions studio, and it's right here in Indy. It's over on the east side of Indy. But we are going to be there for the third Friday at Playground Productions. And so we're going to be there on the 18th. So that is the one that you guys come. We're going to play a little bit. There's going to be other bands that are playing. And then there's, you give a little bit of money, and that's how we get paid. That's how everybody gets paid. So it's a donation situation. But that is going to be from 7. We're not playing from 7 to 10, but it's from 7 to 10. Okay, so come on over, have a great time, see other bands. This is a great time to like really support your local people. All right. So Playground Productions over on the east side, over near Irvington. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? And then we're at Primeval again on the 26th of February. So that's we're 26th of February. We're at Primeval from 7 to 10. And so that's over in Noblesville. So February is going to be a really crazy, awesome, beautiful month of music. And then, guys, it's March, St. Patrick's Day. And we've got gigs. So you guys can come and have fun with us for St. Patrick's Day. Needless to say, we've got a lot of stuff going on, and you can find it on our Facebook because I have put up events. So you just go to the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Celtic Rain Now. So the Celtic Rain Now, that's where you can find things. We had another Facebook page. So if you see another Celtic Rain 777, that got taken over by some Chinese dude that literally stole our page. Don't go to that one. Go to Celtic Rain Now. All right. Well, we have some amazing music that's going to be coming up. Let me tell you about the music. This is our last set of music. And we're going to listen to The Final Battle by Greenlee. And then we're going to listen to Dismiss by the Misfit Toys. Remember Misfit Toys? Oh, he was so cute and sweet. And then we're going to listen to Gotta Save Spock's Brain by 5 Year Mission. And then we're going to listen to Shovelhead. I'm sorry, that's just the funniest thing right there. Shovelhead by Dole Robinson. So some great music coming up. I cannot wait for you to hear it. We're going to do this together, and we're just going to... You know what? Let's just have fun listening to this beautiful music. Here we go. Well, you guys, it has been an amazing show. I know it's kind of crazy to think about, but there's sometimes things just, work out to where you have to figure them out. And I'm so glad you guys helped me figure it out tonight. If you guys have music to send me, remember, small label or independent artists, family-friendly stuff, dude, send them to me, CelticRain777@gmail.com. If you should go and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky. Then you'll know when we're going to be on. It's an amazing thing. This is the Celtic Rain radio show. I thank you guys so much for being a part. I thank you guys so much for asking me questions and for allowing me to come into your life every Tuesday night from 9 until 11 p.m. You are awesome, and I thank you so much. Bye, guys.